everyone. It is often said that money makes the world go round, but does it truly bring happiness? While financial security is important, true happiness comes from within through love, relationships, experiences, and inner peace. Today I want to explore why money, despite its many advantages, cannot buy genuine happiness. There is no denying that money plays a crucial role in our lives. It allows us to buy necessities such as food, clothing, and shelter, and it provides us with access to health care, education, and opportunities for a better life. Financial stability can relieve stress and offer a sense of security, ensuring that we do not have to worry about our basic needs. However, beyond these practical benefits, money alone does not guarantee a fulfilling or happy life. Many people believe that wealth is the key to happiness, but time and time again we see that those who have an abundance of money still struggle with feelings of emptiness, loneliness, and dissatisfaction. This is because money can only buy external comforts. It cannot provide internal peace, love, or a true sense of purpose. Owning the latest gadgets, living in a luxurious mansion, or driving an expensive car may bring momentary excitement, but this feeling is often fleeting. The novelty wears off and the cycle of wanting more begins again. Happiness is not simply about being financially well off. It is about emotional well-being and contentment. There are countless examples of wealthy individuals who, despite having all the material comforts in the world, battle depression, anxiety, and a lack of fulfillment. On the other hand, there are people with modest means who find immense joy in the simple pleasures of life, spending time with loved ones, pursuing their passions, and embracing the beauty of everyday moments. Moreover, when people chase money as their sole purpose, they often sacrifice things that bring true happiness. They may overwork themselves, neglect their relationships, or compromise their values in the pursuit of wealth. In the end, they might have financial success, but at what cost? Without meaningful connections, a sense of purpose, and emotional well-being, money remains just a tool. It cannot replace genuine happiness. One of the greatest misconceptions in life is that wealth equates to happiness. While financial stability can provide comfort and security, it cannot replace the deep and meaningful connections we share with others. Human beings are social creatures, and our relationships with family, friends, partners, and even our communities are fundamental to our emotional well-being. True happiness is rooted in love, companionship, and the support of those around us, rather than in material wealth. Consider this: a person may have millions of dollars in their bank account, yet if they have no one to share their success, joys, or struggles with, they often feel isolated and unfulfilled. Many wealthy individuals who have prioritized financial success over relationships find themselves surrounded by luxury but lacking true companionship. Expensive possessions, no matter how valuable, cannot replace the warmth of a loved one's embrace, the comfort of heartfelt conversations, or the reassurance of knowing that someone genuinely cares about you. Scientific research consistently supports this idea. Studies, including the famous Harvard study of adult development, have shown that the quality of our relationships is one of the strongest predictors of long-term happiness and well-being. People who have close, supportive relationships tend to live longer, experience lower levels of stress, and report higher overall satisfaction with life. In contrast, those who are lonely or disconnected, regardless of their wealth, are more likely to suffer from anxiety, depression, and other mental health challenges. Furthermore, money-driven success often demands sacrifices. Long working hours, stressful responsibilities, and time spent away from loved ones. In the pursuit of financial prosperity, many individuals unknowingly distance themselves from the very people who bring joy and purpose to their lives. They may find themselves missing important moments, such as a child's first steps, a loved one's birthday, or simple everyday interactions that create lasting memories. At the end of the day, no amount of money can turn back time or compensate for lost moments with the people who matter most. Real happiness comes from the bonds we create, the laughter we share, and the love we give and receive. A heartfelt conversation, a simple act of kindness, or a shared experience with a loved one holds far more value than any material possession. Wealth may open doors to exclusive experiences, but it is relationships that give those experiences meaning. After all, a luxurious vacation is far more fulfilling when shared with people we care about rather than experienced alone. Ultimately, while money can buy things, it cannot buy love, trust, or genuine human connection. Relationships provide emotional support, a sense of belonging and a purpose that no amount of wealth can replace. It is through love, friendship, and strong connections that we find true and lasting happiness. Many people believe that accumulating more wealth will bring them lasting happiness. They set financial goals, thinking that once they reach a certain income level, buy a dream house, or afford luxury items, they will finally be happy. However, psychological research suggests that this is not the case. The phenomenon known as the hedonic treadmill explains why material wealth does not lead to permanent happiness. The hedonic treadmill, also called hedonic adaptation, is the tendency of humans to quickly return to a stable level of happiness despite major positive or negative life changes. In other words, no matter how much money a person makes or how many luxurious possessions they acquire, they eventually adapt to their new standard of living, and the initial excitement fades. This leads them to chase after more, believing that the next financial milestone or material possession will finally bring happiness, only to find themselves stuck in the same cycle of desire and dissatisfaction. For example, imagine a person who earns a modest income and believes that doubling their salary will make them significantly happier. Once they achieve this goal, they might feel excitement and joy for a while. However, over time they become accustomed to their new financial situation and their expectations adjust. Suddenly, they desire even more. The happiness they initially felt diminishes, and they set their sights on the next target, thinking that just a little more money will finally satisfy them. But no matter how much they earn or acquire, the cycle continues. Luxury and wealth do not provide lasting happiness because they only offer temporary pleasure. This is why many wealthy individuals, despite their financial success, often feel unfulfilled. They can afford the finest things in life, designer clothes, high-end vacations and extravagant homes. But the excitement of these things wears off, pushing them to seek even more in an endless pursuit of satisfaction. In contrast, people who focus on non-material sources of happiness, such as relationships, personal growth, and meaningful experiences, tend to feel a deeper and more enduring sense of contentment. The hedonic treadmill effect also explains why people who win the lottery often return to their previous level of happiness within a short period. Studies show that while lottery winners experience an initial surge of joy, within months or years they adapt to their new wealth and often feel no happier than before winning. Some even report feeling less happy as sudden wealth can bring unexpected stress, strained relationships, and a loss of purpose. Similarly, those who experience financial loss, such as losing a job or facing a financial crisis, may initially feel distressed, but over time they adapt and regain their previous level of happiness. This further proves that external financial conditions do not have a lasting impact on a person's overall well-being. The key takeaway from the hedonic treadmill is that chasing wealth as a source of happiness is a never-ending race with no finish line. Instead of constantly seeking more money, people should focus on cultivating gratitude, meaningful relationships, and personal fulfillment. Studies suggest that people who practice gratitude by appreciating what they already have tend to feel happier than those who are always looking for the next best thing. Happiness does not come from endlessly upgrading our lifestyle or accumulating wealth. It comes from learning to appreciate what we have, forming meaningful connections, and finding purpose beyond material success. Understanding this concept can help us break free from the cycle of dissatisfaction and lead a more fulfilling life. Many people assume that having a lot of money will automatically lead to happiness, but this is far from the truth. While financial security can provide comfort and reduce certain stressors, it does not guarantee mental well-being. Happiness is deeply tied to emotional health, self-acceptance, and inner peace, none of which can be purchased, no matter how much money one has. A common misconception is that wealth shields people from problems such as stress, anxiety, and depression. However, mental health issues do not discriminate based on financial status. Some of the richest people in the world struggle with depression, loneliness, and anxiety, despite having everything that money can buy. This highlights the fact that emotional well-being comes from within, not from external wealth. One reason money cannot buy happiness is that it does not address the root causes of unhappiness. Many people suffer from emotional wounds, past trauma, or a lack of purpose in life. No amount of money can erase painful memories, heal a broken heart, or provide a deep sense of meaning. Wealth may allow a person to seek therapy, travel the world, or engage in pleasurable activities. But if they do not address their inner struggles, they will continue to feel unfulfilled. Furthermore, wealth often comes with its own set of mental burdens. High-income individuals frequently experience stress related to maintaining their financial status, managing investments, or dealing with social pressure. The fear of losing money, being taken advantage of, or not living up to societal expectations can create significant anxiety. Many wealthy individuals report feeling isolated because they struggle to determine whether people genuinely care about them or are simply interested in their money. This social distrust can lead to loneliness, making it difficult to form deep, authentic relationships. Another aspect to consider is that excessive wealth can lead to a lack of motivation and purpose. When everything is easily accessible and there is no struggle or effort involved in achieving something, people often feel a lack of fulfillment. Many self-made individuals who worked hard to achieve success experience a deep sense of purpose during their journey, but once they reach extreme financial comfort, they sometimes feel lost. Without personal growth, challenges, and a sense of contribution, even the wealthiest people can experience feelings of emptiness and dissatisfaction. Additionally, money can sometimes amplify unhealthy habits. Some individuals use wealth to indulge in excessive partying, substance abuse, or reckless spending in an attempt to fill an emotional void. Instead of improving their mental well-being, these behaviors can lead to addiction, further emotional distress, and a cycle of self-destruction. This proves that money is not a cure for deeper psychological issues. It can even worsen them if not handled wisely. It is also worth noting that people from modest financial backgrounds often report higher levels of happiness than extremely wealthy individuals. Studies have shown that once basic needs are met, such as food, shelter, and healthcare, additional wealth does not significantly increase happiness. Instead, factors like strong social connections, a sense of purpose, gratitude, and personal growth play a far more critical role in mental well-being than financial status. In contrast, people who focus on emotional well-being, self-improvement, and meaningful relationships often experience a deeper sense of happiness, regardless of their financial status. Engaging in activities that bring joy, such as pursuing passions, spending time with loved ones, practicing mindfulness, and giving back to the community, has been proven to enhance mental well-being far more than material possessions ever could. In today's world, people often chase material possessions, believing that owning expensive things will bring them happiness. However, research and real-life experiences show that spending money on meaningful experiences, such as travel, hobbies, personal growth, and shared moments with loved ones, brings greater and longer-lasting happiness than buying material goods. One of the main reasons experiences bring more joy than possessions is that they create lasting memories. When you buy a new car, designer clothes, or the latest smartphone, the excitement is temporary. Over time, the thrill of owning these items fades, and they become part of the background of your daily life. However, experiences, whether it's a family vacation, attending a concert, learning a new skill, or even a simple outing with friends, become stories and memories that stay with you forever. When people look back on their lives, they rarely cherish the things they bought. Instead, they remember the moments they lived. Another key reason experiences bring more happiness is that they strengthen social connections. Material possessions are often enjoyed alone, but experiences are usually shared with others, which deepens relationships and fosters emotional well-being. For example, imagine spending money on a high-end designer bag versus taking a weekend trip with friends. The bag may give a sense of prestige, but over time it will lose its novelty. On the other hand, the trip will create shared laughter, new adventures, and priceless memories that can be cherished for a lifetime. These shared moments bring people closer and contribute to long-term happiness, something that material wealth cannot achieve. Experiences also help people grow as individuals. When you invest in travel, education, or learning a new hobby, you are expanding your perspective and enriching your life. Traveling to new places introduces you to different cultures, ideas, and ways of thinking. Learning a new language, taking up a sport, or even attending an art class provides a sense of achievement and personal fulfillment. Unlike material goods, which deteriorate over time, these experiences add permanent value to a person's life by enhancing their skills, knowledge, and understanding of the world. Additionally, experiences provide emotional satisfaction that material things cannot match. Buying something expensive may bring an instant sense of joy, but it does not create deep, meaningful emotions. On the other hand, experiences often involve anticipation, excitement, and emotional highs. Research shows that people feel happiest when they are looking forward to an experience. Whether it's planning a vacation, waiting for a concert, or preparing for an event. The process of anticipation itself brings joy, and after the experience is over, people continue to relive the memories, which enhances their overall happiness. Moreover, experiences help shape identity, whereas material goods do not. A person is not defined by what they own, but by what they have lived through and learned. For example, someone who has traveled the world, learnt different languages, or engaged in meaningful social work has a richer, more fulfilling life story than someone who simply owns expensive possessions. Personal growth and meaningful experiences create a sense of purpose and self-identity that material items can never provide. Another downside of material possessions is that they often lead to comparison and dissatisfaction. Many people fall into the trap of constantly upgrading their belongings, whether it's cars, gadgets, or fashion items, just to keep up with societal trends. This leads to a cycle of never feeling fully satisfied, as there is always something newer, better, or more expensive to desire. Experiences, however, are unique and personal. No one can compare your memories or life experiences to theirs, making them far more fulfilling and meaningful. Even when considering financial value, experiences often prove to be a better investment than material goods. Expensive items lose their worth over time, but experiences provide emotional and psychological returns that last a lifetime. A person may regret spending money on unnecessary luxury goods, but it's rare to hear someone say they regret traveling, learning, or spending time with loved ones. In conclusion, spending money on experiences rather than material goods leads to greater happiness. Experiences create lifelong memories, strengthen relationships, foster personal growth, provide emotional satisfaction, and shape a person's identity. Unlike material possessions that fade in importance, experiences continue to bring joy long after they are over. While many people believe that accumulating wealth will make them happy, research and real-life experiences suggest that true happiness comes not from how much we have, but from how much we give. Acts of kindness, generosity, and helping others bring far greater emotional satisfaction than hoarding money for personal gain. The joy of giving, whether through charity, acts of service, or simply helping a friend in need, creates a deep sense of fulfillment that material wealth alone cannot provide. One of the reasons generosity leads to greater happiness is that it strengthens our social connections. Humans are naturally social beings, and giving fosters stronger relationships with family, friends, and the community. When we share what we have, whether it's time, resources, or emotional support, we create bonds that bring a sense of belonging and purpose. On the other hand, individuals who focus solely on accumulating wealth for themselves often experience loneliness, as they may isolate themselves from others or be viewed as selfish. Psychological research supports the idea that generosity leads to happiness. Studies have shown that people who regularly donate to charity, volunteer, or perform small acts of kindness report higher levels of life satisfaction than those who do not. One study, published in the journal Nature Communications, found that even thinking about giving activates areas of the brain associated with pleasure, reinforcing the idea that humans are wired to feel joy when they help others. This explains why many billionaires, despite having all the money they could ever need, turn to philanthropy, not just to help society, but also because giving brings them a deeper sense of happiness. Additionally, generosity creates a sense of purpose and meaning. Many people who chase wealth find themselves feeling empty once they have achieved financial success because they lack a greater purpose beyond material gain. However, those who dedicate their time and resources to helping others often report a stronger sense of fulfillment, knowing that their actions have made a positive impact on someone else's life gives them a sense of contribution and legacy that money alone cannot provide. Another reason why kindness and generosity bring more joy than wealth is that they shift the focus away from materialism. In a world where people are constantly chasing more money, more status, more luxury, giving reminds us that true wealth is not about how much we own, but about how much we can share. Unlike material possessions which lose their novelty over time, the joy of giving never fades. Helping someone in need, mentoring a young person, or supporting a good cause creates lasting emotional rewards that far exceed the temporary pleasure of buying something expensive. Furthermore, generosity has been linked to better physical and mental health. Studies have shown that people who engage in acts of kindness experience lower stress levels, reduce anxiety, and even improved heart health. This is because giving releases endorphins, the feel-good hormones, which create a sense of happiness and inner peace. Additionally, acts of kindness can reduce feelings of depression and increase overall emotional well-being. In contrast, obsessing over money can lead to stress, anxiety, and fear of loss, ultimately making people less happy. Generosity also inspires a ripple effect, creating a cycle of kindness that benefits both the giver and the receiver. When people witness acts of generosity, they are more likely to be inspired to do the same, creating a positive chain reaction that strengthens communities and improves society as a whole. A single act of kindness, such as helping a struggling neighbor, supporting a local charity, or mentoring someone in need, can have far-reaching effects, making the world a better place and giving the giver a profound sense of joy. It is important to note that generosity does not have to be limited to financial giving. While donating money to a good cause is valuable, time, effort, and compassion are just as important. Small acts of kindness, such as listening to a friend, offering words of encouragement, or helping a stranger, can bring just as much happiness as donating large sums of money. True generosity is not measured by the amount given, but by the intention behind it. One of the greatest misconceptions about happiness is that it is something that can be bought, acquired, or achieved through external means, particularly wealth. Many people believe that if they just earn a certain amount of money, buy their dream house, or reach financial security, they will finally be happy. However, true happiness is not determined by material wealth. It comes from within. It is a state of mind that is influenced by self-acceptance, inner peace, meaningful relationships, and a sense of purpose. If someone's sense of joy is tied to their financial status, what happens if they lose their wealth? Do they also lose their happiness? This is the problem with basing one's well-being on external factors. Money can disappear due to market crashes, business failures, or unexpected expenses. But true happiness, one of the biggest proofs that happiness is internal is the fact that many wealthy individuals still struggle with unhappiness, depression, and a lack of fulfillment. Despite having access to everything money can buy, luxury homes, expensive vacations, the best healthcare, and every convenience imaginable, some of them still feel a deep sense of emptiness. This is because happiness is not about what you own, but about how you feel inside. If a person has low self-esteem, unresolved emotional wounds, or a lack of purpose, no amount of money can make them feel truly content. On the other hand, many people who have very little money live incredibly happy and fulfilling lives. There are countless stories of individuals in modest or even impoverished conditions who find joy in family, friendships, love, gratitude, and simple pleasures. Some of the happiest communities in the world are not the wealthiest, but the ones with strong social bonds, cultural traditions, and a deep sense of purpose. This is because their happiness is built on connection, meaning, and emotional fulfillment, rather than financial success. Another reason happiness comes from within is that mindset and perspective play a bigger role in well-being than wealth. Someone with a positive mindset can find joy even in difficult circumstances, while someone with a negative outlook can feel miserable despite having everything they could possibly need. Studies in positive psychology have shown that people who practice gratitude, mindfulness, and self-compassion experience higher levels of happiness regardless of their financial situation. This proves that happiness is a choice, not a result of external conditions. Moreover, happiness is linked to personal fulfillment rather than material gain. People who feel a sense of purpose, growth, and contribution tend to experience deeper and more lasting happiness. Whether it's pursuing a passion, helping others, or working toward meaningful goals, these internal sources of fulfillment bring far more joy than wealth alone. Many successful individuals who have accumulated vast fortunes eventually realize that money itself does not make them happy. It is the impact they have on others and the sense of meaning in their lives that truly brings them joy. Another important aspect is emotional resilience. People who develop inner strength and emotional well-being are better equipped to handle life's ups and downs, regardless of their financial situation. A person who has developed resilience, gratitude, and a strong sense of self-worth can find happiness even in difficult times, while someone who relies on wealth for happiness may struggle the moment they face financial or personal hardships. Furthermore, true happiness is found in simple, everyday moments. A warm conversation with a loved one, the feeling of accomplishment after completing a task, the beauty of nature, laughter, or moments of peace and relaxation. These small joys are accessible to everyone, regardless of their financial status. When people focus too much on money, they often overlook these priceless moments, constantly chasing bigger and better things, yet never feeling satisfied. In contrast, those who find happiness from within learn to appreciate what they already have, focus on emotional well-being, nurture meaningful relationships, and seek personal growth. They understand that money can provide comfort, but not true, lasting happiness. While money is undoubtedly important for meeting our basic needs and providing comfort, it is not the key to true happiness. Wealth can buy material possessions, luxury, and convenience, but it cannot purchase love, inner peace, purpose, or genuine human connection, the very things that bring lasting fulfillment. True happiness comes from within. It is found in strong relationships, meaningful experiences, acts of kindness, and a sense of purpose. It thrives in gratitude, self-acceptance, and emotional well-being, none of which have a price tag. Many of the happiest people in the world are not the richest, but those who appreciate life's simple joys, nurture deep connections, and find contentment in what they already have. Instead of chasing wealth as a means to happiness, we should focus on cultivating inner peace, fostering strong bonds with loved ones, and seeking fulfillment beyond material gain. Because at the end of the day, money can make life easier, but it can never make life truly meaningful.